And then for those who have high definition, it's 1685, and I have that on TV right now.
No, I know.
TV, yeah. Oh,
I heard they're only letting Jews watch that channel.
Oh, hi.
So if you don't get it on your TV, Comcast does not think you're Jewish.
Oh, what happened?
Well, the other thing is, if any of you have YouTube on your television cable, you can view this on your TV.
Yes.
There we go.
That I don't have.
There we go. All right, we're good. Phew.
Yeah,
196.
on my TV.
So Shabbat Shalom again.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
And,
Shabbat.
I'm just getting used to Massachusetts again, so forgive me if I'm a little off.
Where
Someone
were
was
you?
over the border.
How was your vacation?
I was in Maine for the week.
And they let you in, huh?
Yes, that Maine is one of the states they let me back in. So
Yeah.
that's
So you
a
had
good
a
one.
nice vacation, Seth.
It was very nice.
Come
You, see,
here.
you,
Well
you,
deserved.
you don't see my tan? I know it's
Ah,
Good for you.
It was hot.
had nice
All right.
weather.
Let me
They have
see
nice beaches.
here. For some reason I cannot see any of the people. Hold on a second.
Hey, Sally.
Where is
Yeah,
it?
me
I can't
too.
see the people. Where is everybody?
Hi, Barbara.
Where?
Hi.
Peekaboo.
As a Rachel, like,
Be careful what you say. We are broadcasting live.
is there anyone on YouTube?
Couple of thousand.
Yeah.
Oh, the people
We
are
should
on.
How
be that
am I?
lucky.
Frida?
Well, the problem is that we actually have to, advertise it so people can watch it, not just the
Yeah.
people on Zoom. Otherwise, it really doesn't have a lot of benefit.
I'm in a corner. Guess that's
All right. Let me just
Rita?
stop this
Yes.
for 1
Is there anyone
second.
on YouTube?
I said, Olivia, we have all those people watching.
Yeah.
All right. Now I can see.
Alyssa, how you feeling?
Much better, thank you.
That's good to hear.
Rita,
Yes.
you and Lois Black have similar hair.
Guess that's
Hairstyle.
Hairstyles.
Similar styles. Mine's a little slightly different.
You both look
All
good.
right.
We have all
You
those.
both look
And
good.
I'm desperate for color, let me tell you.
No,
Just
You all, s-
no, you
Get
both
close
look
and you
good.
see a lot of gray.
you all see my screen?
Alyssa, yeah.
Yes.
Much better, thank you.
Can everybody see my screen?
Rita,
Yes.
you and Lois Black have similar hair.
Should we mute?
Lovely.
Hi, Leslie.
Should we mute?
All right.
Yeah?
Right.
I apologize, everyone, but I have to mute you because otherwise you can't hear me. Can everyone see my screen? Yes, good. All right, we will begin on page 13 of our, if you have a Sim Shalom, the blue book, like we've been doing every other week. We begin with Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Eyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei ayon, mi melech, malachei hamlachim hakadosh, baruch hu, barchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Malachi Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seidchem l'shalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon. Mi melech Malachi Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We turn to the next page, page 14, and let's all sing at our loudest voices, Yedid Nefesh. Yedid Nefesh, Av Harachaman, Mishach Abdach, Eritzonach, Yaharot Sabdach, Kemo Hayal, Ishtachaveh, El Mul Hadarach, Yerav Lo, Yedidutach, Minothet Suf, V'chol Tam. Yadai da da da, yadai da da da, yadai da 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 da, yadai da da da, yadai da da da, yadai da 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 da, yadai da da da, yadai da da da, yadai da 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 da, yadai da da da, yadai da da da. Yeah, die, 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 die. Come on, Barry, look a little more excited. Page 15. Lechuna Ranana. Lechuna Ranana, Lechuna Ranana, Lechuna Ranana Ladonai. Lechuna Ranana, Lechuna Ranana. Lechu neranna ladonai. Naria, naria, litzoy shenu nekamav fanav betodah. Naria, naria, litzoy shenu mizmirot naria lo. Lechu neranna, lechu neranna, lechu neranna ladonai. Lechu neranna, lechu neranna, lechu neranna ladonai. כי הגדול רננה גדול הכל אלוהים אשר בידו מחקרי הארץ ותוהו אפור הבינה שלהם בסביב. 40 שנה עקוד בדור ואמרם תועב לבבהם והם לא ידעו דרכי אשר נשבעתי באפי אם יבואון אל מנוחתי. We turn to the fantastic page 16. And let's see tonight. Is Steve Margolis there?
Yeah.
Is the good doctor here?
Yeah.
Can you please look on the screen and read responsively Psalm 96?
Sing a new song to Adonai. I say that right? Acclaim Adonai. Adonai? I'm so sorry. Oh, people on earth.
Sing to Adonai, proclaim each day God's awesome might, announce to the world God's glory and wonders.
For Adonai is great, deserving of praise. Adonai alone is to be revered as God.
All the gods of the nations are nothingness, but Adonai created the heavens.
Majesty and might accompany God. Splendor and strength adorn God's sanctuary.
Acknowledge Adonai, all families of nations, acclaim God's majestic power. Acknowledge God's glory and bring him tribute.
Declare to the world,
Yeah.
Adonai,
Before that, worship.
acknowledge Adonai, all families of nations. Acclaim God's majestic power. Acknowledge God's glory and bring him tribute.
Read the next line too.
Worship Adonai in resplendent reverence. Let the earth tremble in God's presence.
Declare to the world that Adonai is sovereign. God has steadied the world which stands firm and judges all nations with fairness.
Let the heavens rejoice. Let the earth be glad. Let the sea and all it contains exult.
Let field and forest sing for joy. Adonai comes to rule the earth, to rule the world justly, the nations with faithfulness. And that was a very faithful reading, Yashikar. We continue on page 17. And let's see here. Leslie, if you would like to unmute, please.
Okay.
Hey.
Psalm 97.
Psalm 97.
Okay. Adonai is sovereign. Let the world rejoice.
God's throne is founded on justice. Though God be clouded from view, divine justice reveals God's presence.
God's lightning illumines the earth. Fire consumes God's foes. Mountains melt like wax before Adonai. The earth trembles.
The heavens proclaim God's righteousness. All people behold God's majesty.
Shame covers those who worship idols, those who take pride in revering images which must themselves bow low before God.
Hearing of your judgments, Adonai, Zion exults and the cities of Judah rejoice.
You are supreme over all the earth, highly exalted beyond all that is worshipped.
Those who love Adonai hate evil. God protects the faithful and saves them from the wicked.
Light is stored for the righteous, joy for the honorable.
Rejoice in Adonai, you who are righteous, acclaim the holiness of God's name. Yashkahech. Beautiful job. We continue. I believe it's page 19. Yes, it is. And let's sing together the bottom three lines. Romemu, we shall exalt God. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehad kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehad kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehad kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehad kodsho. That it sounded really good, Barry. You're really starting to perk up now. That's good. Page 20. Havuladonai b'nei lim. Havuladonai kavod v'hoz. Havuladonai kivod shemo. Ishtachavuladonai b'hadrat kodesh. Kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod hirim Adonai al mayim rabim. Kol Adonai bakoach. Kol Adonai behadar. Kol Adonai shover arazim. Vayishaber Adonai razeh halvanon. Vayarkidem kemo egel Levanon v'Sirion kemo ben remim. Kol Adonai chotzev lahavotesh. Kol Adonai Yachil Midbar, Yachil Adonai Midbar Kadesh. Kol Adonai Yecholel Yalot, Vayechesof Yeharot, Uvhe Chalo Kulo Omer Kavod. Adonai lamabul yashav, vayeshev Adonai melech liolam, Adonai yos liamo yiten, Adonai yevarech et amo vashalom. Everyone's looking really in song. Ugh, I can't even say it tonight. You're all looking really good in your singing. I'm a little tired. We turn to page 21, Lecha Dodi. Lecha Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pene Shabbat Nikabla. Lecha Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pene Shabbat Nikabla, la Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala. Pene Shabbat Nikabla. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala. Pene Shabbat Nikabla. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad. Ishmianu Elham Yechad, Adonai Echad, Hu Shemo Echad. L'shem multiferet v'liti la lecha dodi. L'krat kala. Pene Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi. L'krat kala. Pene Shabbat nikabela. Mikdash melech ir melucha. Kumitzeim mitoch hafecha, rav lach shevet b'yem kabacha, vehu yachmol ala hayechem la lecha dodi, l'krat kala, pene Shabbat nikabela, lecha dodi, l'krat kala, pene Shabbat nikabela. Hitoreri, Kiva orech kumi hori, hori shihidaberi, Kivod Adonai alayich nigla la lecha dodi, l'krat kala, pene Shabbat nikabla, lecha dodi, l'krat kala, pene Shabbat nikabla. V'hayulim shisa sho asayich, v'rachaku kol mivolayich, yasis alayich Elohayich, kimsos chatana al kalal la lecha dodi, l'krat kala, pene Shabbat nikabla, lecha dodi, l'krat kala, pene Shabbat nikabela. Everyone please rise. Last paragraph. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'tzala, toch emunei am segula, boi chala, la lecha dodi, l'krat kala, pene Shabbat nikabela, lecha dodi, l'krat kala, pene Shabbat nikabela, la lecha dodi, l'krat kala, pene Shabbat nikabela, lecha dodi, l'krat kala, pene Shabbat nikabela. Very nice, Leslie. You sounded great there. Frida, how you doing? You're looking marvelous tonight. Marvelous. All right. Page 23. We need another wonderful reader. Heshi, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here with you.
Excellent. It's never the same without you. Will you please read responsibly a song for Shabbat?
It is good to acclaim
Sorry.
Adonai, to sing your praise, exalted God.
To affirm your love each morning and your faithfulness each night to the music of the lute and the melody of the harp.
Your works, Adonai, make me glad. I sing with joy of your creation.
How vast your works, Adonai, your designs are beyond our grasp.
The thoughtless cannot comprehend, the foolish cannot fathom this.
The wicked may flourish, springing up like grass, but their doom is sealed, for you are supreme forever.
But me you have greatly exalted. I am anointed with fragrant oil. I have seen the downfall of my foes. I have heard the despair of my attackers.
The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. They shall grow tall like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the house of Adonai, they will thrive in the courts of our God.
They shall break fruit even in old age. They shall be fresh and fragrant to proclaim Adonai is just, my rock, but in whom there is no flaw.
And there is no flaw in that reading either. Yashakar. Let's sing together. Sadika Tamar on the bottom of page 23. Sadika Tamar Yifrach Keres Balvanon Iska Shetulim Bevet Adonai Bechatzrot Elohinu Yafrichu Od Yenuvon Beseva Deshenim Verananim Iyu Lehagid Yashar Adonai Suri Velo Avlatabo. Page 24. Adonai Malachim Utialavish Lavish Adonai Hosita Zar Hafti Kontevo Baltimore. Lachem Kizachame Hasmi Amato Nasin Nasin Edotecha Nemun Mehod Levetecha Nava Kodesh Adonai Liorech Yamim. Mourners and those observing Yortzeit, please rise for the Mourner's Kaddish in the middle of page 24. Yitzkadal v'yitzkadash Shemei Rabbah. Amen. V'yomad divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala v'zman kariv v'miru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mivorach li'olam lo'amei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei Kudusha Berechu Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata Hushbechata v'nechamata Damiran b'yomav yimiru. Amen. Yehei Shlomo Rabba min Shemaya B'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimiru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimiru. Amen. We all rise as we turn to page 28. to the Baruch Hu and the official beginning of our Ma'ariv Shabbat service. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai Baruch Li'olam Vahed Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Li'olam Vahed. Please be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher v'redeem b'chachma Hashem yitin malcha. Excuse me. Ma'avir yom ve'layla, ma'avir ben yom ve'layla. Adonai tzvahot shemo. Echad v'kayam tamim lo chalinu li'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Hamariv Aravim. Page 29, Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu lemadeta al ken Adonai Eloheinu v'shachvenu v'kumenu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach b'divrei toratecha uv'mitzvotecha li'olam va'ed ki hem chayenu v'yorech yameinu uvahem nega yomam v'layla v'yavtecha tasim imenu li'olamim baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Either page 30 or on the screen 112 for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, v'chol levavcha, v'chol nafshecha, v'chol miyodecha, v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele, asher nochi mitzavecha, hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, Meshivtecha beveitecha v'lechtecha v'aderech uv'shochbecha v'kumecha ukshertam liota yadecha v'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha uchtabtam al mizuzot beitecha uvisharecha. We continue silently behind you, John. ושמתם את דבריי ואשכם שאתם אותם ידע לכם ולתת בעיניכם ולנצל אותם לפניכם את פניכם ודבר שוב On the bottom of page 31, let's see here. Now that darling Alyssa is recovering, will you please read responsibly for us? Alyssa, you there?
Yeah. Give me a second. Just the first line first.
Yes.
You are my witness, says God.
There is no king without a kingdom, no sovereign without subjects.
Can you make it bigger? It's so small. When you are my witnesses, I am Adonai.
The coin of God's kingdom is Torah, to be reflected in study and deeds.
God is the first, God is the last. There is no God but Adonai.
The Torah is given each day. Each day we receive it anew if we wish to make it on our own.
Testify for me, says Adonai, in your love for me, teach your children, embracing the Torah now and forever.
We accept God's sovereignty and reverence, treating others with love, studying Torah. May this be our will as we witness. Yashikahech. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Page 32. Emet v'emunah kol zevekayonu enoki hu Adonai Eloheinu middle of the page at the box. Malchuto biratzon kiblu alehem Moshe ubnei Yisrael v'chanu shira b'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam mi chamocha b'helim Adonai mi kamocha nehedad b'kodesh nora tehiloto sefer mi kamocha b'helim Adonai mi kamocha nehedad b'kodesh nora tehiloto sefer Malchutecha rahuvanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe zeh anu v'yamru Adonai imloch liolam vaed v'nehemar kifad Adonai et Yaakov Ugala miad chazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai Al Yisrael. Page 33. Let's all read together on the Hashkivenu prayer, page 33. Help us, Adonai, to lie down in peace and awaken us again, our sovereign to life. Spread over us your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies and pestilence, from starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, O God, who watches over us and delivers us. Our gracious and merciful ruler. Guard our coming and our going. Grant us life and peace, now and always. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Praised are you, Adonai, who spreads the shelter of peace over us, over all his people, and over Jerusalem. Ushmuat seitenu ובואנו לחיים ולשלום, מעתה ועד עולם. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורס סוכת שלום, עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל, וירושלים. We turn to page 34, and as we observe the Shabbat, we rise for Vishamru. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני, את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. יקדל ויקדש שמי רב אמן. בעלמא דברה כרותי, וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון ויומכון, ובחייכו בית ישראל, בעגלה, בעגלה, ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבא מבורך, יעלם לעל מהמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתמם וינשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמר קודשה ברכו, לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, ושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמא ואמרו Amen. We turn to page 35b through 38 silently for the Amidah. When you are finished, you may be seated. On the top of page 38, we sing together Shalom Ra'av. Shalom Ra'av al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Liolam. Shalom Ra'av al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Liolam. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rahav Yisrael Amcha Kasim Liolam. Shalom Rahav Yisrael Amcha Kasim Liolam. V'tov b'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol et u'v'chol shah b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav Har Yisrael Amcha Tasim Liolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Liolam. Tasim Liolam. Kasim Liolam. We turn to page 47, and as we repeat the first two paragraphs of the Amidah, I would please ask you to rise. Vayechulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chotzevam. Vayechol Elohim bayom hashvi'i melachto asher asa. Vayishpat bayom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa. Vayevarech Elohim et Yom HaShvi'i Vayekadesh oto Ki vo shavat mikol melachto Ki vo shavat mikol melachto Asher bara Elohim Asher bara Elohim lasod. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora Elyon konei shemayim v'aretz. Please be seated and sing together. Magen avod bidvaro mechayem eitim b'maro Ha'el HaKadosh she'en kamohu Hameniach li'amo V'yom Shabbat kodsho Kivam ratza lehaniach lahem Kivam ratza lehaniach lahem Lefanav navod birav v'chad V'nodeh lishmo b'chol yom tamid Mein habrachot El haodot Adon Hashalom Mekadesh Shabbat Umvarech Shevi Umeniach Bitusha Liamitu Shnei Honeg Zecher Lemahase Vereshit. Page 48. Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu, Ritzei v'nuchatenu, Kadeshenu b'mitzvotecha, V'tein chelkenu b'toratecha, Sahabenu mitovecha, V'samchenu b'shuatecha, V'tahel libenu li'avdecha b'emet, V'hanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu mi'ahava uvratzon Shabbat kodshecha mi'anuchova Yisrael mikadeshei shemecha Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Yikadal v'yikadal shemei rabbamein v'yamal divra kirotevim d'chmachutev v'chayechonu v'yimachon v'chayedecho b'Yisrael magalav isman karim v'meru amen Yehi shmei rabbam mivorach Ya'olam la'olmei amaya Yitbarach Yitbarach v'ishtabach v'dvar v'tumah min aseh v'dadav v'dalev v'dalash min kurusha brechu v'elam min kol bechata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata d'miram v'yoma v'meru Amen. Tikabal sorhon varhon kol Yisrael kadamahon v'shmaya v'meru Amen. Yehi shlam rabba min shemaya v'chayim alin kol Yisrael v'yimmeru Amen. Oseh shalom imromav hu yaseh shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru. Amen. We turn to page 49, and it is time for the Kiddush. So please get out your glasses of vino, your yayin. I ask you to please rise, or your Dunkin' Donuts diet iced tea, or whatever you have there. And we page 49 for the Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava v'ratzon inchilanu zikaron Lemahase Vereshit Ihu Yom Techila Lemikrae Kodesh Zecher Litziat Mitzrayim Kivanu Vacharta Vyotanu Kidashta Mikol Hamim V'shabbat kodshecha b'ahava uvratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. Ah. Please be seated. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. You're free to unmute for a moment if you'd like to say Shabbat Shalom. If you
Shabbat
don't want to
Shalom.
say anything.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Hey, what's Heshy drinking there? Look at Heshy with a glass of wine.
Hesher, you can sit down now.
Barry, keep your hands a little. Let's see your hands, Barry.
Your hands, your hands. Hey. We're drinking grape juice.
See, where are you? In a bombshell there? Or a shelter? My God.
Very dark.
It is dark.
Yeah, I swear business these days.
See people in the background, but I don't know what's going on.
You don't want to know what goes on behind the scenes.
No, I don't. All right.
All right.
Welcome back, Seth.
Yeah, welcome back, Seth.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Seth.
All right, so now that you've had that lovely whatever that was, it's time for a few words. Let me just make sure you can still hear me, right? Everyone's good? Good. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I am just home from almost a week up in the boonies of central Maine. Now freshly quarantined in my house for the next 8 hours. Don't worry, however, I was tested just before I left and not required to quarantine again while coming back to Massachusetts from Maine. But that is life these days in the year 2020. I felt like I was in a self-desired quarantine, which perhaps I was. Swimming in the cool lake, boating, kayaking, campfires, even choice of liqueurs. Now, we weren't drinking as we usually do in Shul, but good nonetheless. All I needed was the Baruch Hu, the Shema, and Eskazuntaret, and it would have been complete. We all need some downtime, and I am no exception to that premise, despite all you thinking the contrary. However, unlike the Red Sox, we have a lot to do over the next 4 to 5 weeks that is of significant importance as we welcome in the Jewish month of Elul and begin the sprint, yet time of introspection towards Slichot, the Yemim Noraim, Sukkot, Shmini Atzeret, and Simchat Torah. Yes, the format is going to be different this year, with virtual only and somewhat condensed services. But the High Holy Day Committee and myself are committed to making them as meaningful and as fulfilling as possible. We secured some grant money from the CJP in order to improve our ability to bring the experience home to you. We were even thinking of having Barry Abrams go visit each member's household for 10 minutes each during the services to make sure everyone is getting their technology fees worth. Of course, he will be in full protective gear, so please don't shoot him on sight. But do feel free to kibitz with him. Just keep in mind, that will take more than 10 minutes. We will also have one of those projectile canisters that you see at a bank drive-up window, so you can send in your requests during the services. Lee Sachs will be sorting through them and presenting the top 50 to Frida Kravitz, who will then submit her top 10 choices for submission. But if she doesn't like your submission, then she will make you go to Chabad services instead. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But it is important. In all seriousness, we do want to make these services as meaningful as we can. But not unlike any other year, how meaningful they are isn't just an element of what the content is. Those are, after all, prayers in a book. Very meaningful and to some very holy, but prayers nonetheless. After many years of these services, most of you know the content pretty well at this point. But as you also know, the content of the Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur services is only part of a larger process. The process is perpetual and all year long. I have said many times in the past and will continue to stress the importance of displaying empathy of others, showing repentance for what you have done, and providing forgiveness to others for what they have done unto you. Trying to cram it into a month doesn't promote long-lasting benefits. If we have learned anything from this pandemic, it is that everything we do or don't do can have long-lasting effects on those around us, and ultimately, society in general. There are many people we have lost during the COVID-19 pandemic that didn't get the chance to fully embrace these principles of teshuvah and slicha when they most would have liked to. During my next sermon, just prior to the High Holy Days in a couple of weeks, I'll expand upon that a bit. But for now, just keep in mind that it isn't like filing taxes. Teshuvah is not due on April 15th or September 15th or at any point. The rules are not black and white in how to repair relationships or support others in time of need. There are books, guides, mentors, family, friends, counselors, even spiritual leaders. However, in the end, it is up to each and every one of us to do our part. The high holidays don't exist to make Judaism the center of attention every fall. They exist to remind us that their lessons and guided instructions should continue the rest of the time, the rest of the year. It says it is written on Rosh Hashanah and on Yom Kippur it is sealed. But the gates don't close on being able to act better, to be better, to feel better, and to do better. They only close if you let them. So don't let them close. More to come. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Very
shalom.
good.
All right. You're all awake still. That's good. We're going to continue with the Aleinu on page 51. I ask everyone to please rise. Aleinu shabeach ladon hakol ate gedula liyotzer bereshit shelo asane kugoye haratzot velo samanu kimishbechot adama shelo sam chelkenu kahem וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגבי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס עולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת, אין עוד. Okay, נקבל לך. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד, ושמו אחד. Mourners and those observing your sight, please continue to remain standing. Others may sit down. Page 52 for the Mourners Kaddish. And anyone who would like to open up their mic may do so. Yitzkadal v'yitzkadash shmei Rabba Amen. Bialma divra kurute yalich malkute b'chayechon uv'choymechon v'chol Yisrael ba'gala uvizman kaviv v'vibru Amen. Yehi Shnei Rabba Mivarach Leolam Omer Amaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitramam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yithaleh V'yithalal Shmei B'Kudusha B'Rechu Leila Mikol Birchata V'Shirata Tushkechata V'nechamata Damiran Bialma V'Yimru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Ishmaya V'chaim Aleinu V'Kol Yisrael V'Yimru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Mromav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'Kol Yisrael V'Yimru Amen. A little section from the Psalm of Repentance, since we don't all have it in front of us. Do not hide from me, do not reject your servant. You have always been my help, do not abandon me. Forsake me not, my God of deliverance. O my father, my mother, leave me, Adonai will care for me. Teach me your way, Adonai, guide me on the right path to confound my oppressors. Do not abandon me to the will of my foes, for false witnesses have risen against me, purveyors of malice and lies. Yet I have faith that I shall surely see Adonai's goodness in the land of the living. Hope in Adonai. Be strong, take courage, and hope in Adonai. L'ilui ha'amanti l'rebetu v'Adonai b'eretz chayim kavel Adonai chazak v'yametz libecha v'kavel Adonai. Mourners, again, please rise. Page 52 for the Mourners Kaddish. Yitzkadal v'yitzkadash shemei Rabba, Amen. Bialma divra kirute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala v'zman kariv v'miru, Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mivorach li'olam l'omei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei Kudusha B'Rechu Leila min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiran b'yalma v'yimiru, Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimiru, Amen. Oseh Shalom b'mromav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimiru, Amen. You may be seated. Shabbat Shalom again to everybody. Very nice to have you here on a hot August night. It is my pleasure to call upon the president of Congregation Sons of Israel, Rosalind Abrams, to make a few announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. Greetings from the Merrimack Valley. Since I've already done birthdays and anniversaries 2 weeks ago, so I'll just go right into the announcements. Live stream services tomorrow at 9. Live stream services Sunday at 9. On Sunday, we'll have our first official board meeting of the year at 10:30. All show members are invited to attend. Seth, are we using the same link or?
Yeah, we can use the same link if you want to
Okay.
send it out.
So same link. Reminder to send in your membership renewal as well as submissions for this year's Memorial Book by September 4th. Payment for both as well as donations can now be done via the show website. Just click the payment tab and you can either pay with a credit card or with a PayPal account. The Lappin Foundation is sponsoring another community event because they've been doing several over the last few months via Zoom. This one is this coming Thursday evening, August 27th at 7:30. It's a free virtual tour of Tel Aviv's colorful street art. And you can sign up on the Lappin website and register for the Zoom link. Services next Sunday, August 30th, will tentatively be held at Symphony Park at 9 o'clock. And this is all weather permitting. And an email will be sent out next week if that's going to be the case. And all high holiday service times, including Slichot and Tashlich, will be sent out within the next 2 weeks. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Anybody else have anything to say? Any words of wisdom? Any 100 hours of Maya? Anything anyone would like to add? No? All right. We will conclude with the conclusion, as Frida likes to say, on page 53 with Yigdal. And after Yigdal, we will ask Frida to please do the Hamotzi. Page 53. Yadai da 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 da, yadai da da, yadai da 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 da, yadai da da, yadai da 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 da, yadai da da, yadai da 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 da. Yigdal Elohim Chai v'yishtabach נמצא ויהנה אצל מציאותו, אחד ואין יחיד כיחודו, נעלם וגם אין סוף לאחדותו, אין לו דמות הגוף ואין לו גוף, לא נערוך אליו קדושתו, קדמון לכל דבר אשר נברא, ראשון ואין ראשית לראשיתו. הנו אדון עולם בכל נוצר, יורה גדולתו ומלכותו, שפע נבואתו נתנו, אלא אנשי סגולתו ותפארתו, לא קם בישראל כמו שעוד, נביא ומביט את אמונתו, תורת אמת נתן לעמואל, על יד נביאו נאמן ביתו, לא יחליף האל ולא ימיר דתו, לעולמים לזולתו, צופה ויודע צטרנו, מביט לסוף דבר בקדמתו, גומל איש חסד כמפעלו, נותן לרשע רע כרישתו, ישלח בקץ הימין משיחנו, לפתור מחכה קץ ישועתו, מתים יחיה מרוב חסדו, ברוך עד שם תהילתו, מתים יחיה מרוב חסדו, ברוך עד שם תהילתו. Shabbat Shalom. Frida.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Frida, would you like to lead us? Let's find Frida. Where is Frida? Oh, Frida, you have to unmute yourself, but you know how to do that.
Come on, Frida.
Come on, Frida.
I just said that.
Come on, Frida.
Oh, boy.
We're all waiting for Frida. I see you trying, Frida.
doing?
Frida, can you find the unmute button?
Right down the bottom of the screen. Read, it's right down the bottom of the screen.
Oh, see, mine's at the top.
Yours
It's
is at
either
the
at the
top?
bottom of the top.
Mine's at the top.
Oh,
Yeah.
yours at the
There
top.
you
Ours
are.
Oh, she did it.
Yay!
Yay!
Now
Now
shall I
December,
say,
but.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen.
Amen. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who brings forth bread from the earth and
Yes,
eat in good health.
in good health.
Shabbat
All right.
shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Sit back a little, Frida. Let's see all your face. There you are.
Hey!
I have to sit back. You're
There
right.
you go.
Thank you.
Shabbat shalom. It's good to
Shabbat
see you.
shalom.
See
All
everybody.
right, everybody.
Now go home.
Celtics are playing.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
All
shalom.
right.
Very nice. Thank you, Seth.
Thank you, Seth.
Thank you,
Careful
Seth.
Tomorrow, that's the
Yeah.
hand.